All right. So, welcome. I believe this is episode 5. I apologize for taking so long to post this episode. It's been a few weeks and they have been intense, and you guys will find out why. But we did try to record the 5th episode like 2 or 3 times over the last couple of weeks, but we scrapped each one of them except for one. We did like half an episode on addiction. We're gonna finish that here coming up right away too, post that one.
Yeah.
So basically tonight I just want to talk about like the last few weeks and everything that we've been through, like especially the stuff that I've been through.
Yeah.
But I want to there's a few points that I wanted to make before I have to take this off because it's hot. Yeah, so a few points I wanted to make before we dive in, though. I want to just again reiterate the beginner's mind concept. Everybody should definitely have that when listening to this stuff, and an open mind. And the word realization is probably going to come up a lot, and I think a lot of people overlook the true meaning of that word. And even like I did most of my life up until just recently, I used to think that it just meant that you've come to an understanding
It's
of a
so
concept.
much more profound than that.
Right. It's basically to make real. And so to take a concept and make it your reality is what realization is. So do you want to say anything before we dive in?
No, I think we should just dive in.
Okay, so I think and I don't really want to put any definitive fucking tags on what I've been through these last couple of weeks, but I'd have to call it like a Kundalini awakening.
Yeah, it very much resembles everything that I've read about it anyway.
Me too. And for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's it's a Vedic concept. That's about so I guess maybe we should describe what the energy body is. I know we talked a little bit about the law of one, but we basically just focused on the densities.
Yeah.
And so the energy body isn't necessarily a law of one concept. It's been around for thousands of years, but we're human beings, or as human beings, we're souls incarnate in physical bodies. So we have a physical body and we have an energy body.
Yeah.
And our energy bodies consist of 7 energy centers that they run up our spine.
It's so the energy body, it's people's auras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it extends about you're supposed to if you go put your arms out like that.
Yeah.
That's roughly how far it extends out, and that in itself is comprised of different parts as well.
Yeah, different energy centers, or they're called chakras.
Yeah.
And so each chakra is one of the colors of the rainbow, and so I think everybody who's listening probably understands that even mainstream science and quantum physics believe and have proven that everything in existence is a form of light, electromagnetic frequencies, right?
Yep.
So, and I find the trippy thing about it is each chakra is the white light refracted into the colors of the rainbow, and it starts at the bottom. Your bottom chakra is at the base of your spine, right where your legs meet your hips, basically.
Yeah.
And
your tailbone.
Yeah. And then that's red, and then the next one's orange. That's your sacral chakra. It's right below your navel.
Yeah. So the red is root chakra.
Root chakra. Yeah. Sacral is the orange one, and then the next one is a solar plexus, which is right under your rib cage, kind of.
Yeah, where your diaphragm, where your ribs connect.
Yeah, but on your spine, not in the front.
Yeah.
And then the 4th one is the heart chakra. That's where your heart is. Actually, the interesting thing that I just read is so you know how everything in the universe runs off of balance, especially in this incarnation.
Yeah.
So you know how our heart is like just slightly to the left, while our heart chakra is just slightly to the right
to balance it out. Yeah. That's cool.
That's what I read the other day. It's pretty neat. And then and that's funny too, because you get like every time that over the last couple of weeks that I had that pain in my chest, it was right on the right side.
Yeah. There you go. Now you don't have to be freaked out about it.
Yeah. So after the heart chakra is the throat chakra, and that one's blue. And then next up is the third eye chakra. Everybody's heard of that. And that one's like right in the pineal gland in the back. And then
that's indigo.
Indigo, that's right. And then the seventh chakra is the crown chakra. It's like above the top of your head, just a little bit. Yeah, and your energy body looks like it's like an egg shape.
Yeah.
And
the crown chakra is violet.
Violet, there you go. Yeah, I keep forgetting. So essentially what the law of one says, or Ra in the law of one says to like through the channels, is that God or logos or whatever, it feeds the creator, the source, whatever you guys want to call it. It feeds like love, light, energy to our sun, and then our sun feeds it to Mother Earth, and Mother Earth feeds it to our bodies.
That's why grounding is so important when they say like to like put your bare feet on the ground. That allows it in, and I have read before that so our shoes, like the rubber soles of our shoes, impede that because
they're insulating.
Yeah, and because it is an electrical charge essentially going through your body, and our shoes can kind of
that's why like it feels amazing to walk around in the grass with no shoes on, and it's quite the trip.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, my grass knee.
But so anyways, the light comes up from Mother Earth and up through like the soles of our feet and then into our root chakra. And so a lot of people's problems, or I would say everybody's problems of suffering in life, come from some sort of energy blockage in one of their chakras or energy centers.
Yeah. Right. Like the majority of people, like have a lot of blockages in the first three.
Bottom three, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like once you like, and actually that's actually a really good point that I want to make, because even like Carla, who's in the Law of One, she wrote a book called Living the Law of One, and I love it. It's amazing. But anyway, she states that like our first goal, once we realize like the true meaning of life, is to get our energy centers flowing up to our heart chakra, because like Jordan just said, most people's blockages are in the bottom three.
Yeah.
And like we'll dive into what that all means here right away. But I just like, so I want to say like all suffering comes from some sort of distortion and like lack of this free flowing energy. We're constantly being fed an infinite amount of energy from Mother Earth, and that's why people you call, like you said, it like call themselves like airtarians or whatever.
Yeah, so I love that, and I've always just like been pissed off that I had to consume food.
Yeah,
and it's just annoying. I airtarian, and there's ones that like the sunlight feeds them.
Well, yeah, but it's so those airtarians, it's not air that they're like surviving off of. It is the energy, the light energy coming up from
that. But that's what they are called.
And like yogis have done it, fasted for months, and like so.
I swear I can do it.
Yeah, it's anyway. So before we go into like the details of each chakra, I just want to say like about a little over 14 days now, probably closer to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I had this fucking just like this major shift in my consciousness, and it was fucking overwhelming.
Yeah.
Right. And like I was shook because like
the intensity.
Yeah, it was extremely intense. I had like I was experiencing every single fucking emotion you can think of all at the exact same time. Like I was happy, I was sad, I was fucking terrified, I was calm, I was nervous, I was fucking worried, I was like, it was fucking intense. But at the same time, for the first little bit, it was like it was cool and everything, and then it started to get annoying. It started to fucking drive me nuts, and I'm like, I really hope this fucking levels off. And like,
well, because that's not what you were used to.
Right. Yeah, I know it was way outside my norm, and then like it did start to become a little bit normal for me, and there was a lot of friction between Jordan and I because I kind of it wasn't that I had like this attitude, but what I was trying to do was I really wanted Jordan to kind of like experience that with me, and so I was kind of rushing her progress, right?
Yeah.
And like I was just I was
Good
nothing but
intentions.
good intentions,
Yeah.
right? And so, but there were a few arguments that got heated there because of how like pent up my emotions were, and she felt like, well, tell them how I was making you feel. Like,
Well, it was more like, so yeah, the whole like, I felt like I was being rushed, and I didn't like the because it came off like preachy and stuff like that, and like immediately when I kind of see that or whatever, my immediate response to that is like a complete mental like fuck you
yeah,
kind of thing. And so that kind of, yeah, it created arguments and stuff like that, because it's like, first off, like, don't fucking like tell me like you're better than me or whatever.
well, I never said anything like that.
No, but like that's what, like, I was trying to like, because I started to get defensive about it.
Right.
And then, but the other thing too, shit. Oh yeah, okay. So I felt like you like the way you said things or whatever made me feel like you were invalidating my emotions and stuff like that.
Right.
But then we talked about that, and it was just like a matter of like it was more of a friction in communication than anything else.
Sure. So like what I was doing was like Jordan, let's say Jordan would get upset over something I said or did, or something Damien said or did.
Yeah.
And I kept telling her, I'm like, baby, like that's on you. Like you like I can't change that you're getting upset over something that I did when it like what I'm doing is neutral, and like your emotions are your emotions, and the way it came across was like I was fucking, like she said, invalidating her and
Yeah,
not taking any accountability. So
yeah, even as like when you're saying that, it immediately just made me just like
right,
like,
but like, that wasn't necessarily the message that I was trying to get across.
No. Though, right? It was just like like I said, you need, I guess, different wording.
Right.
Friction in communication. That's it.
Right. So what led up to this little fucking awakening or whatever in me was like all this research and stuff we've been doing lately, and then like all the mushroom trips and everything, and it was like fuck. And I know I'm gonna sound fucking crazy right now, and I've said this stuff to my brother and to my mom already, but like I legitimately fucking knew God. Like I not met in a physical sense, but I touched the source is what it was like for me. And
I remember the night where you like kind of came out of like your thing or whatever, and you like, first off, you were like, am I dead? Like, should I be dead? I touched a singular, like you just like had experienced something so insane. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and it was awesome for you, but it was intense.
It was, but like she said, I asked if I was dead, and it was because like um I I came to realize that like death isn't like really real, and I was just wondering if like this incarnation was over for me because I had got to a point where like I was able to fucking like see all different timelines that I could possibly imagine, and like just like the unconditional love that was flowing through me was fucking just, it was bliss, and like it was fucking insane, guys. And like I said, I know it sounds crazy, and for people who don't believe this kind of stuff, they're probably just gonna brush us off or whatever. And like,
or you can just try it, and then if it doesn't do shit for you, then it doesn't do shit for you, and whatever. But like, you can't. That's the whole thing with like belief and all that stuff, is like you can have your own beliefs first off, but everybody's gonna have their own. But until you like actually try something and see if you experience it or not, you cannot discount the fact that it could be truth.
Right.
You can't do it. So, try it out, because, like, honestly, what do you have to lose?
Right, and that's what I mean by adopt the beginner's mind.
Yeah.
When listening to this stuff. Like I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, but if this helps even one person, then I'll sit here and yap all night.
Yeah.
But like, so along with that, like, connection to source and everything, I came out of it, and I know I've talked to you guys about, like, when meditating, a lot of people try to reach, like silencing their mind thing, and I've said that, like, that's not what you should be trying to do. What you should be trying to do is observe your thoughts and become um, like conscious of the fact that all thoughts are meaningless. It's us who attaches meanings to each thought. And
you have to observe your thoughts with a level of detachment. And that, like, just thinking of that reminds me of the whole, like, thing from last night with the whole, like, a headache or a negative emotion. As soon, or a negative experience or feeling or whatever, once you pull the emotion away from it, the that whatever you're feeling or experiencing that you don't want to at that point, um greatly diminishes. Like, I had a really, really bad headache, and I just, like, I was sitting there like, I hate this. This sucks. Like, fuck this shit. And then I was like, and then I realized, I was like, why am I hating this? Like, it's just like, I don't enjoy feeling it, but, like, I'm putting all these negative emotions on it. And then as soon as I realized it, my headache just gone. Yeah. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, and so, like, after that happened to me a few weeks ago, that's where I was at with everything, and not just that, but like, I also came to the realization, and by that I mean it became my reality, that um it's impossible for any of us to make mistakes. So I immediately forgave everybody and everything around me, including myself. And I used to struggle fucking, like, severely with wondering if I was doing things right.
You had like, guilt really screwed you up for a long time.
Yeah, and like wondering if I'm, like, being a good dad or being a good boyfriend or just a good person. Yeah. And like, after I had that experience, I was like, there is no such thing as good, and that became my fucking, like, my existence, and it hasn't changed since.
No, but everything just is.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was a huge one from the other night. Is that whole realization of is.
I'm gonna, like, as we go through this, I want to talk to them and, like, and then tell them about what happened with you. Like, so we'll get there. Okay? Yeah. But like, along with all of those things, I think the trippiest thing that happened to me a few weeks ago, and it hasn't let up yet either, is I began noticing synchronicities in literally everything, every fucking second of my day, every show I watched, every song I heard, every fucking sentence we spoke, everything I read, just everything. Even in the fucking colors I was seeing synchronicities. And like, similar to like Jordan's deja vu thing that she had on, like, a mushroom trip like over a month ago there.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But not quite like that. It was this phenomenon where, like, like, say we're watching like American Horror Story or any show, and it's like, I've seen this before. Like, I know this. Like, this feels natural. Like, it feels like something I created.
Yeah.
And then, like, I knew that I had watched it once before, but it wasn't that I was remembering. It was like something completely different. So it was a very strange phenomenon, and like, I'm getting used to it now, but it still trips me the fuck out sometimes.
It's fun though. Like, it's so fun, and you notice it more when you have, like, another person who's going through that to, like, talk about it with.
Oh yeah.
Because then it's like, because they can validate things for you if it's happening to them, and then you can't just, like, because a lot of the time cool shit will happen and people just be like, oh, it's a coincidence. No such fucking thing as coincidence ever.
No.
And, like, people just, like, the self-doubt, and they just want to doubt, the awesomeness of everything. So if you have somebody else who's kind of, growing through things with you and then is noticing those things at the same time, then you can be like, no, like, yeah, we just said that, or he'll say something, and then like it'll be what I was thinking,
Oh
and
yeah,
like and shit like
so I
that.
remember
Oh.
you like just a few days ago you showed me a picture of the Solar Dynamic Observatory
Mm-hmm.
image where there was like this hole on the surface of the sun that
Butterfly.
shaped like a butterfly,
Yeah.
right? And this was raw data. And then like 2 days later, there was a fucking news article on Google News that said exactly that. There's a butterfly shaped hole
Yeah.
in the surface of the sun. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I fucking said.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool too because the butterfly was like the size of 23 Earths.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah. It's huge. And we
So
got some cool auroras from it. So.
yeah. Um but yeah, so like that shit was fucking, like I said, it got intense for a couple of weeks there, and I was trying really hard because, like, once I started to realize what had happened, then I was like, then I really valued it, and like all doubt that I've ever had about like God and like our souls being infinite and reincarnation and all these beliefs that I have dissolved instantly. Like I fucking,
Yeah.
I know for fucking sure that it's real. And I typed up this really long message to my brother, and like I was in fucking tears typing it, and it took me 2 3 hours, and it wasn't too long, like
Yeah. No, it
it was a
wasn't.
5 minute read, but
Yeah.
it took me a long time because I was bawling my eyes out, and I've cried fucking so much in the last 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and like most of it was all like happy tears, but there
Yeah.
were some strange moments. Uh, but yeah, so like I said, I tried getting Jordan to catch up and like because explain explaining things to her without coming across as preachy or like
Condescending or anything.
condescending
Mm-hmm.
or from a place above. It was difficult, but like she already knew all of the stuff that I was trying to share with her.
Well, yeah, that's what I guess bothered me is because like I looked in all the same stuff, did all the same stuff, studied all that same stuff, but then it was kind of like I had some like regression time which sucked, and I think the my guilt for, or like my being pissed off at myself for regressing made me react more
Right. But
negatively
there was
to that stuff.
blockages, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, so and like I tried, like I just at first I just started off with like asking her to do the mindfulness stuff with me the same way I started in the past because that was the one thing that she like hadn't really dove into.
yeah,
But and then like so I guess what I want to talk about now is like so the energy centers and what the law of one says is, and not just the law of one, the Vedic traditions, you open each energy center from the bottom up, and once each one is flowing and balanced properly, that's a kundalini awakening. That's when all your energy spirals up your spine and fucking straight into the universe, connecting you to source.
yeah.
And so the root chakra is like based on sexual energy and survival.
Yeah, your survival instincts.
So like if somebody is struggling or stressing or worrying about any one of those things or anything that your chakra has, like each chakra has to do with, that creates a like off balance and a blockage, right? And the energy can't
So if you
flow.
don't like, if somebody doesn't feel safe or secure in like their life, their surroundings, their home, whatever, that will create an energy distortion, where the energy isn't able to flow
Yeah,
freely.
and like if your root chakra's blocked, you're in some fucking deep shit because like that's where anger and fucking rage and all these emotions will come from, is from your bottom chakras. And so that's why most people who are like sexually repressed end up being fucking serial killers and shit like that, is
Yeah.
because so that's like the first chakra blockage. And I just want to say that people can have like higher chakras that are working better than the lower ones, but you do need to fully balance your lower chakras in order to get that free flowing energy
Yeah.
up to the top chakras. And one of the things that really hindered my process like 8-9 years ago was, after reading everything up on each energy center, I was so excited for the third eye to be open that was like basically what I focused on.
Yeah.
Neglecting my bottom chakras, and that's why I kept falling back into addiction, and there was lots of issues because of it. So
you live and you learn.
Yeah. So I think after looking back over the last year, because that's how long I've been clean now, um, after I got clean, I consider that starting off at the beginning, because you're so like ill while you're using and everything, that like there's no real spiritual, there's no energy flowing, nothing.
No,
You're
you're
not
stuck
healthy.
in that like survival in that
Yeah,
route.
exactly. And so after I got clean, I had this really bad fucking infection in my toe, which like got into my blood or whatever, and um I was
Going septic.
yeah, I was going septic. So
and insane. Like
yeah, I got shit fucked with my head real bad. So once that got dealt with, um my root chakra started to flow and energy went up to my next chakra, and like also the sexual energy, because Jordan and I were not doing good in that regard when I was using, obviously. But we started to get better right after I got clean, slowly. And then so after my root chakra was fucking humming, the next chakra, the orange one, has to do with relationships, family, loved ones, friends. um so 1 second, I need to drink.
Yeah.
Do you have water?
I don't. But I need to grab a drink.
Okay.
Smoke some weed. I opened my ass with so short.
Anyway, so for the orange chakra, the sacral chakra, shortly after I no longer had to worry about my survival, I began mending my relationships with my mom and like my son and Jordan, and then like my siblings and stuff. So that allowed the energy to flow through my second chakra, and that took time, a couple months or whatever. And then the third chakra, solar plexus, which is yellow, that one's related to like legal relationships and contractual relationships. And so like basically, if you like your job, if you have issues at work or whatever, or at school, that'll fucking block that third energy center, or any legal issues. And interestingly enough, this summer I was supposed to go to court for some alleged shit that happened, that I got blamed for or whatever, and the lawyers many years ago, like over 5-6 years ago. But the crown prosecutor, right before court was about to happen, like a month before, they decided that they didn't have enough evidence and that they weren't going to be able to get a conviction if it went to trial, so they just completely dropped all the charges. And that blew my fucking mind, because I was terrified about that. That could have got bad.
You could have been gone for quite a long time.
Yeah, so after that happened, and like looking back, that is truly when like I legitimately gained access to my heart chakra. Right? Like you can attest to that, right?
Oh, for sure, because like for days after, you were like so mind blown, so happy, so blissed out, like because that nervousness and that fear, it like affected first off all of your freaking lower chakras, because you were worried about like leaving your family and all of this, like everything. And as soon as that was released, it like kind of like shocked you for a few days, where you're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
like, really?
It didn't
Holy
seem
fuck.
real to me.
And you checked in with like your PO and stuff like that. Like, is this real? Like, can you check? Like, look in your system. I need to know.
Yeah.
And it was real, and it did like it just everything ever since then has just kind of been like elevating for you really fast.
Yeah, it continued to progress after that. So like the fourth chakra, your heart chakra, is obviously about love and like
Healing as well.
Healing, yeah. So that's the green energy center, and once that's activated, then and energy is flowing up through it, and it's fully activated, your next three chakras, the top three, are like Aaron Abkey would call them, like once you're activated in the bottom, the throat chakra, that's the first level of mastery, he calls it. And then the second level is your third eye, and then the third level of mastery is the crown. And so the bottom one is enlightenment, or no, awakening, enlightenment, and then singularity or something like that. So uh yeah, after the heart was activated, we had like all these mushroom trips and everything, and it just started to get so crazy to me. Like everything around me was just, it was like I was living in a movie. Everything was being validated.
The whole with that deja vu thing, experiencing two freaking um like lifetimes at the exact same time, like
Yeah,
because we are living, everything's happening now.
yeah,
That was another thing that was just like kind of validates so much of the stuff we've read, because it's just like experiencing something like that,
yeah.
and everything just started to keep getting
And like
like
we were also able to identify, like I can't remember when it was. You might remember, but like where we like legitimately fucking switched timelines, and we were able to find fucking evidence everywhere around us for that.
it was that same I think it was that same shroom trip, because
Which there was something that had happened that day, though. There was a reason that you had said that.
yeah, well, because it was like
Was it?
because I was feeling like, oh yeah, okay, so um when the whole deja vu and everything was happening, and I had looked down at my hand or whatever,
Yeah.
and like there was just like, and I hadn't been outside or done anything, and all of a sudden there's like dried like mud on my hand,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? And like I watched it like just be there. I was like, what the fuck? And it was when I was experiencing that same like deja vu kind of thing. Because at first I was like we've done this before, like we've watched this in this exact way in everything before, and then the more like time went on, I was like, no, it's not, we're doing it before, we're doing it now, just somewhere else. And then there was like little things that would like keep validating that, and it was just amazing.
Yeah. And so like we started to notice like a lot of like changes in the world outside of us too, like
Yeah.
Mandela effect shit.
Yes.
And we came across, even just like it's still happening. Just the other day, we went to search for like the same type of movies we always search for,
Yeah.
and
That was yesterday.
we found like fucking 15, 20 movies that we never even heard of that we definitely should have.
Yeah.
And they were fucking like,
And we've done some
old.
deep dives to look into shit that like we would like and stuff, and
Yeah.
like new movies that have come out, and we've been doing that for a few years, and then last night we're doing it, and there's all this stuff like movies, like huge blockbuster movies from 2022 that never showed up in our reality at all.
Yeah.
And now it is, and it's exactly what we like and what we want, and that was cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like just lots of positivity in the world that we're noticing. Like obviously there's still some pretty fucked up shit, and it's gonna take time, but lots of like, I feel
Things are getting like, people are freaking out and thinking like, oh my god, the world's falling apart. But for the last like quite a few years, ever since about like 20 2019, 2018 for me, it like I've been noticing that like more people are waking up and getting better. And I can't remember if I said this on one of the other episodes, but people need to realize that, because everybody, like so many people want the world to be a better place and better things to happen. But in order for that to happen, the shit has to go away, and the shit's not gonna just disappear like that, and then all of a sudden we're in a paradise. Shit has to be torn down and rebuilt, and that's what's happening. So people need to, instead of looking at the tearing down of the bad shit as like we're living in some fucked up apocalyptic world now, you look at it as
catalyst.
Well, and not just that, but like like after a house fire,
Yeah.
and the house burns down and it looks like a pile of shit, and the fire is destructive and everything like that, then you get to rebuild a new home in like how you want it and everything like that. And so yeah, the destruction looks scary if you can't look past the destruction to what it's being destroyed for.
And like I guess that actually reminds me of like another really huge fucking realization that I had for the last few weeks. It's that I like I guess I kind of already said that like there is no such thing as good or bad, but like I'm seeing everything, all experiences and everything that's happening to me and the people around me from a completely different perspective, like bigger picture shit, and like even
the tech glitching, the tech.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Glitching stuff.
Yeah, so
yeah,
and like I've been thinking this for a while now, but like so every like Jordan and I when we do our mushrooms and stuff, or even if we're just like having like a really good talk or whatever, like our fucking computer or our TV will just major fucking glitch out, do weird shit, stop playing.
Skip like, or it'll skip to like a completely different part of like an episode.
Yeah.
Or like switch to something else, and it.
And so like I always used to think like there's something wrong with the fucking hardware.
Yeah.
And now I kind of think that that's the universe fucking changing our attention for a purpose.
Yeah, and it's really really helpful because we would get so frustrated with shit and say, "What the fuck just happened?" and trying to like figure it out and do it. But now when shit like that happens, it's awesome to be like, "Oh, okay, cool, cool," and then you get to like try to figure out what the universe is trying to tell you.
Yeah, you get curious and fucking.
And it makes something that's usually like an annoyance or a frustration fun.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And cool. So.
Yeah. And like for another example too, like so like Damien, he's kind of been like beefing with his best friend here in town, and like it sucks, and we don't like seeing them like argue and everything like that. But I was able to just kind of look at it from a outside perspective and realize like that shit happens, right?
Yeah.
Friends come and go, and like friends fight and argue, and like every kid needs to go through that shit. Like I can sit here and tell them blue in the face and tell them don't argue with your friend. What the fuck is that gonna do? So
obviously there's lessons he needs to learn within that, because it has been happening more frequently. So and it's like that with all the lessons we're supposed to learn, is it's going to keep happening until you fucking learn it, and kids aren't the exception.
And like so in the law of one of the things that they fucking say constantly is like what I've been saying about how there's no such thing as good or bad, that those are human ideologies.
Yeah.
Fucking the universe doesn't operate like that. Exactly. Yeah. But so for like to have a better grasp on how things truly happen around us is to look at things like through the lens of polarization, negative and positive, but without attaching good or bad to them. And so think of it as like the magnetic properties. A negative experience is it draws in, it pulls, and a positive experience receives and radiates.
It's like contraction versus expansion.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, I had all that shit happen, and I don't want to speculate on whether or not whether I got all three of my upper chakras fucking humming, and like I'm pretty sure there probably did happen a couple times.
Yeah, I think it's probably too, like you probably need more, because like when it comes to the higher ones, the evidence to prove that it is becomes much more tangible and noticeable.
Well, the third, like if once your crown's open, there's really not a whole lot there's no words for what's happening, right.
But like when your third eye opens, the like more psychical experiences. And also what I was reading recently in on LL Research was that once the once you have the heart chakra open, that is when you will notice the more properties of the new earth coming in. And so and I think that's kind of what's happening right now.
Yeah. And so like what like so you said like the psychic properties and stuff with the third eye, and like I swear to fuck I've had a lot of those experiences over the last few weeks, and not just that, but like
they become much more intense and like
right. And like things like fucking like healing, like I swear you and I have like healed each other physically for a lot of different things. And so like there were a lot of phenomena that happened, and like I said, I don't want to like fucking jump to any conclusions, but I know that I have at least a couple times over the last few weeks had the energy flowing all the way through,
Yeah.
and I need to keep working on balancing the upper three, but I definitely feel like my heart chakra is perfectly balanced and
Yeah.
fucking, I don't know, it's
And with the
refreshing.
throat chakra and stuff like that, doing this, what
Yeah.
we're doing right now, is, allowing that energy expression, which allows that to
Balance things, right? And so now that my heart chakra is open, I'll start to be able to manifest things in my life a lot quicker. And you even said that like that's gonna start happening for the both of us. But so what was it, 3 days ago or no? It was like a week ago now, hey? The blood moon?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So 1 second. Jordan and I got together that night and we had like, I don't know, maybe you describe your perspective, your take on the night.
No, you do it.
Why?
Well, I don't know, because okay, so like, so that was the night. Was that the? That was that the?
Yeah. So like, okay, that night, like we just like we did some mushrooms, and did we lay in the yard that night? I don't think so. Hey. No, we didn't. We were in the house, but so anyways.
That was the night I think that we kind of argued a bit, and we were outside around the fire during that night.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the last night when we had the fire and stuff like that, and then and we came back in and
right. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, like we did the mushrooms or whatever, and then we like you said, there was some emotion. We had like an argument and stuff, and then we had this fucking like moment of connection, and it wasn't just a moment. It got we like sex is a fucking spiritual, sacred fucking practice. Like every fucking spiritual practice fucking says that it's sacred. It even says it in the love line.
Yeah.
But this connection was fucking something else. It was like we fucking became one together, and so like the anima and animus fucking concept, and just balancing the like our energies, and there was this connection where we were like fucking telepathic for the rest of the night. But what I believe happened was because of that connection, like my energy co-regulated and fucking allowed you to just like all your energy to start flowing, right?
Yeah.
Because the next day you were a completely fucking different person, and like not a different person. You were yourself.
Yeah.
You were you were the Jordan that I know you to be, and without any fucking
distortions or crap or all
you
that
stop
stuff.
fucking like. There's still you still have like we all do. Even like I got a lot of fucking work to do, but like,
ever since that night though, it's been insane. And I don't know.
And then we've had like a few more nights like that since.
Exactly.
Where like we just connected on a level that fucking
the sex has been so fucking like intense,
passionate, and like,
and more than just like a physical thing,
right? Yeah, so like I'm not talking like I'm not trying to like I don't want to fucking gross mom out or anything like, but like everybody has sex, right? So but it's important for your health. It helps you heal, and it wasn't like we were just having sex just for pleasure. It was like this fucking
it was
a spiritual evolution moment. We were connected on all levels, and
I highly enjoy being able to freaking express like more primal stuff, because it allows, I think, for like such a like a density release kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's like
how do I like so our frequencies were fucking like through the roof, and like I didn't even feel like I was like in a physical body anymore. It was like we were fucking like almost liquid. Like it was weird, and I don't know like how to how else to describe it? Like
of like there's so if you like there's one a common picture that's out there. If you like Google like a twin flame or whatever, and it's like two like a male and female, but they're like energy like flowing kind of thing, and it felt very much like that.
Yeah, and so if like each one of those nights, I think there's been 3 of them since the blood moon.
Yeah.
Um, they were like it felt like an eternity.
Yes.
Right? Like it felt like several lifetimes.
Yeah, time does not like we get into these states where time doesn't exist at all, and also we can like skip to different realities and different dimensions and stuff, and like just go really fast, and we feel like we've lived like lifetimes in each of them, and then when we kind of come out of it and we look and it's been like 2 hours, and like
yeah, we must have spent like a half hour just like we were both sitting cross-legged like I am, hugging each other face to face, and we just fucking like just and it was like fuck, I don't know, like our breathing was synchronized, our hearts were synchronized, our fucking like the frequencies coming off of our minds were, it was just like this fucking intertwining of energy, and it was so like there's no word for it, right? Like
no,
and that's the thing, like that's what I kept saying this for the last few weeks, like I can't describe this using fucking language.
Well, you know what I was thinking? So, like, when we're saying that, but then I think that the reason why we have a hard time describing it in our language is because we have taken away the proper energy from the words like awesome and is and stuff like that. Like, I do think that, our language is very much lacking, regardless of what it is, to describe experiences to such a high level.
Right.
But I do think that we do have like people have just overused words to describe such incredible things that now we don't have words to describe truly incredible things because it's like it's annoying.
Like I bet you if we did look hard enough, we could probably find a way to describe like that experience that we had to each other, right? But like, so what when I like touched fucking source, and I after I like came back from that and I tried explaining things to you, I kept like fucking I would start talking and then I would like just start crying, and I'm like I don't know how to say it, and like so it was like it wasn't that like it's not that there are words out there to describe it, they're just overused and like they don't have the same meaning anymore. It's not that, it's like it just there is not a word for that kind of love, and like I don't know, like especially love, that word is fucking so abused, and people say like, oh, I love my car, and like no, you fucking don't. No. And like this romantic love is such a flaky fucking thing. It, like what we've been experiencing is unconditional love. Like
the fucking cool, like I'm starting to get chills just thinking about it, because like it's the coolest fucking most like all encompassing fucking thing, and like and it does like it changes people like
so what is
and our connection, like we're freaking like we were laughing the other night saying that pretty soon we're not going to be like speaking anymore. We're just going to, because like a lot of the time we don't even have to,
right? And like so there's a lot of times where like you'll try to describe something and you're like I could see you like searching for the words, and I'm like, don't worry, I know what you're saying. And, like, and like I fucking truly do. But so I want you to I know, because that next morning after the blood moon, I had like fucking broke down and like opened up to you in a way that I never was able to before.
Well, you were like,
do you remember what was said exactly? Like
I mean, no, I just like remember like what you were saying, what you kind of just said was that like it was just so much and so intense, and you were just kind of feeling
about like because I that was like because after I said all that stuff is when you decided like okay, like you knew where I was coming from immediately, and you like you were like all of the trust that was ever like up for questioning everything.
Okay, yeah.
So
like
we have it recorded.
Yeah, I
we
know.
have everything recorded.
But like, yeah, everything that you had, like the stuff you had said, kind of, because I've been having, like, you almost always have had, like, trust issues and like security issues, confidence issues, all that stuff. And the way when he just freaking like kind of broke down and said everything, it was like there was such a level of like truth, and it's not that like his words rang true, but like the energy and emotion behind the words was like a truth that like I couldn't, no matter my own freaking crap in my head and my own beliefs about anything or whatever, there isn't a single fucking thing that I could have thought or come up with that could like discredit that in any fucking way at all. And I'm pretty good at freaking doing that. But no, and it like the coolest thing was because he's my partner. Like, so knowing that kind of like completely like took a damn power hose away to so much of my fucking crap and my concerns and like my like so many issues.
I'll probably find that clip and put it in this episode for you guys. But like what like without any of my ego, I drilled through her ego and told her like you don't need to worry about anything. You're fucking perfect for me, and you will always have me no matter what. And like,
yeah,
I said, like, stop trying to impress me.
Well, and the crazy thing is like you said stuff like that to me before, and I've always been able to just be like, yeah, fucking right, he's just saying that, so, or whatever. But then that night, I could not fucking.
No, I was crying my fucking eyes out. Like it was a very intense moment, and like I think we should share it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure if we had our clothes on, but we'll
probably not. But we'll at the very least put audio.
Yeah. And I don't know. It was just the most fucking like uh. It was the clearest I was ever able to communicate with her, and it's all stuff that I've known for a long time, but it became um just easy for me to articulate. Like I said, I broke through her ego.
Well, and that also took away a lot of my the crazy thing was is it took away a lot of my physical pain that I've been in. And so that also tells me that my own insecurities and my own crap has been creating densities in my body, causing me pain. Exactly. And then when you kind of like were able to like wash that away and break through that, and I was able to like not just believe you, but completely know it to be true, that so much of my pain has like diminished because of it. Yeah. And like it changed you a lot. Yeah. Like for the better. And so like a lot of our issues like leading up over the last year, leading up until just recently, were like both of our egos fucking butting heads with each other. And then once like the last few weeks when I like activated my heart chakra for sure, like I kept trying to talk to you from a place of like pure awareness, but your ego kept getting in the way, and and that's why I kept getting like upset about everything and offended and defensive, and so. But now it's like I don't like. I just like I get it. I'm not putting up my own filter to like filter the things that you are saying. And it was like kind of how I was saying the other night. It's so many people have these like everybody has their egos, which is like if you look at it like a screen on like a screen door or whatever, and you can't get rid of your ego. Not in this freaking density, you can't. So, but what you're supposed to do is it's supposed to like energies and everything are supposed to be able to flow freely through it, but people end up with all of these distortions that essentially make a dirty screen, like a dog freaking shook mud all over it, and some of the holes are freaking blocked up. Mm-hmm. And so essentially, that's what I was doing. Is like some of it was able to come through, but my own distortions and blocked up shit created these filters that made me take things in a way that wasn't that pure flow of energy. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, after that, the blood moon night, I freaking feel like the mud was washed. Mm-hmm. And it feels so much better.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that we were able to like do that, because like I knew we would get there eventually, but I didn't expect it to happen so abruptly like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it's exciting. It's very exciting because this is like I've been waiting to get, like, I didn't have this level before, but I definitely was, like I said, I was doing really good and then I regressed. And the depression from that regression had pushed me so far down that I didn't have the energy to like break through it. Mm. So then I think what the final thing was needed was you to freaking like help me break through it in that way, and then everything's just
yeah. And because like I noticed you start to like spiral a little bit. Yeah. And I was like, no, and like so I became very persistent, and
yeah, to like, the point where it pissed me off so much, but mm-hmm. he kept going. So
like, yeah, and like I said to you the other day, like, and like this made me cry too, but I was like, baby, like I'm not, this isn't fucking me, it's not my ego talking to you, and like I'm fucking doing what the universe is telling me to do. And I legitimately, like, I'm not even joking, I wasn't thinking, I was just speaking from the heart, and yeah. I was being guided by fucking God, I think. And
yeah, like that was like, what did I say? I said, yeah, you were being a vessel. Like it wasn't like your like shit identity or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was, you were just being a vessel to communicate things. And then that's when we got into the whole cool avatar concept, where that's what we're supposed to do. Is we're supposed to be here to be vessels to communicate and to like project like love and everything like that,
experiences, yeah, catalysts and lessons and all that shit.
Yeah. And then our own crap that happens to us creates distortions and making it harder for that pure energy to flow through. Mm-hmm. And then so when you started talking and stuff like that, that's like you were just like,
yeah, it was like divine intervention.
It was really cool.
And like, so that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks here since that happened to me, is I've just been following my heart. And people, like, that term is over abused. People don't really like,
people think of it in a different way.
Yeah, so yeah. That's it. I just want to explain. So like I said earlier, the law of one says that like for the first part of your evolution, your first goal is to get access to your heart chakra, right? Yeah. So this is common fucking scientific fucking knowledge now. There are something like 44,000 neurons in our heart. Mm-hmm. And the law of one has been saying this since the 80s. Is when they were published that.
Yeah, and I think it might have even been like late 70s or early 80s.
Right.
Or something
like that.
But I think there's more neurons in the heart than in the brain. I think that they found.
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, but there is a fuck ton. There's some in the gut too, but like there's a lot of neurons in your heart. And the law of one has been saying for a long time that we have two different minds. We have our intellectual mind, and then we have our like pure consciousness, and our pure consciousness is in our heart chakra. It's not in our head. So our head analyzes and like problem solves and stuff like that, but when you're guided by your feelings, mm-hmm. like true feelings, not like fucking
not superficial shit,
not acting on lust or like, oh, I love you, that's why I'm fucking jealous, and like,
yeah,
shit like that. Shit. Yeah. That's not following your heart. No. But so I've just
That's
been
following your ego.
right. So I've just been acting on my immediate instincts without questioning or evaluating them in any way. And that's what I was doing when I was talking to you, and I wasn't trying to like
Yeah, you haven't
fucking
been filtering
no.
anything.
And I wasn't trying to fucking irritate you. I wasn't trying to be condescending or,
I know.
and I kept saying like, baby, like, first of all, I'm not fucking judging you even like a little bit. I never have. I don't think I'm fucking smarter than you. I honestly believe you are smarter than me. I think you're stronger than me. I know you already know all of this shit. I'm only saying it because I'm fucking supposed to.
Yeah.
And it's just to remind you of what you already know.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, I'm glad I freaking got past that, because like for the first couple weeks or whatever, whenever you'd say things, I would just like I would take everything in like this wrong, judgmental, icky tone, and it was just like it was yeah my own crap, and you're sitting there trying to freaking say things to help me, and the only thing that like I would hear in my head is like fuck you, like this and this is that, and it was me creating meaning to something that he was trying to deliver. But like it's not for me to create meaning in his words, that's for like him to express, and I'm changing them and distorting them and everything like that
yeah.
based on my own conditioning and crap like that, which is first off super egocentric and like not helpful at all.
But that's what everybody does, right?
Well, exactly, yeah.
And like so like
Cut that shit out.
Buddhism is all about like they call nirvana the ending of all suffering, right? And you can't achieve that while acting through your ego. So basically that's why they say that, like, that's why they embrace the whole idea of non-doership and like how just a state of nothingness,
Being,
just being right. And so
isness.
and like you were saying, like you just said like that you were creating these meanings that were causing problems, and then but that was exactly what I was trying to tell you the whole time, and you were getting mad at me for it, and I'm like, you are though, like
I know, but like so the biggest thing like with all of that was like the way you were communicating it felt to me like we said earlier that it you were kind of trying to like um not take any ownership
right.
of anything, but then we freaking like blew through that, went through that.
Well, yeah. So like for the first little while, because I was like in this mindset that like uh there is no such thing as any, like, you can't make mistakes in life and all this stuff, I was kind of like I was so neutral.
Yeah.
Like there was like I was just fucking neutral all the time, and it started to seem bleak, and there was no emotion to what I was saying, right? I was just kind of like, and I actually started to get fucking frustrated with you, and then like I'm getting annoyed. I'm like, I've been telling you this whole fucking time, and not only that, you already fucking knew this, but you're still fucking like arguing and resisting, and like
well, the hard part was it was like because it was like so if you do something or say something or whatever that pisses me off, and then you tell me but you didn't do anything, I'm pissed off because of how I'm viewing things.
Yeah, because of your perspective, right?
Yeah. And like which is kind of exactly what I just said, but like the way I was viewing it at that time was that whole like you were like, I can't do anything wrong, and you're just pissed off because you're a miserable bitch. Yeah. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah. But now, like,
perspective.
Now, yeah, exactly. And it just took me wording it a certain way. Because, like, when the other day I was sitting right here, like, on the chair or something, and, like, I was, like, fucking, like, because you kept saying stuff, and then I was like, Jordan, I'm like, it's not fucking me. I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm not saying these things from some place of like an agenda or control or trying to change you or any of that shit. I'm just fucking like doing what I feel like I need to.
Yeah.
So I legitimately felt possessed by like a loving spirit instead of a demon, right? So
which is a nice change.
Yeah, exactly. We've made so much progress, and then like I just started doing yoga 3 days ago, and it's fucking changed my life like instantly.
Yeah.
I used to do yoga a couple years back, and actually, so I just want to say too, like there's in the law of one, they talk about how when you take on a new practice, if you don't have, if you don't enjoy it, and if you don't like have good beliefs behind it and stuff, like say you start a new diet, but you fucking dread it and you like hate every bite you take of the food you're eating, that diet will not help you in any fucking way whatsoever. It will create a distortion and a blockage in your energy centers.
Yeah, so you'll go into that like trying to like be healthier, eat healthier, diet or whatever, and you'll end up making your shit worse.
Yeah, and you won't, or you won't get any results, and you'll just give up, which is what fucking 95% of people who do that shit end up doing.
Yeah.
So like, and when I did yoga before, like I enjoyed it before, but not like I do now, and I didn't really like, because now it was like I felt like sickly, not like sickly too bad, but like I didn't feel right, and my back has been hurting really bad in a certain spot, and like Jordan had pointed out, like it's because you keep slouching and stuff, and like
and like folding into yourself, and that's the whole like contraction versus expansion thing. Right. And like you were sitting there on the bed and like on the computer, yeah. But like I looked and his back was so curved down, like it was like this, and it like, so I just like fucking sit up.
Yeah, and like the exact, like my back hurts, like say it was right here, that's exactly where it like where the bend was. So yeah. And that it hurt because there's a blockage of fucking energy flowing up that way, right? And it was, the energy was flowing very fucking like very freely, yeah. So it was creating a lot of fucking tension there, and it hurt really bad.
Yeah.
And like I started doing yoga, and like I think I did like a half hour to an hour each day for the last 3 days, and my back doesn't hurt at all. Yeah. I also had like pain in my chest here, and that's completely gone. Yeah, I like my body, but like my body changed. Like you've seen a visual change almost instantly,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and just allowing your body to be in positions that allows for that free energy flow versus like if you think of like high water pressure going through a pipe that goes like this and then like this, like those fucking sharp angles and stuff.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more pressure right before that turn versus if it's just a straight through thing.
Yeah.
And so sitting up and like just like doing the whole yoga with like putting your arms like down and stuff like that and just letting all that flow.
So that's funny too, because like I used to ride my bike all the time growing up. I love biking. Like I spent all my waking fucking hours on my bike. But I stopped for like at least a decade, and then my son has been getting me to bike around with him a lot lately, and up until just a couple of days ago when I did my yoga, like I felt like an old ass man fucking riding my bike, and like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fucking die, like, you know, because I fell off my bike a couple of years ago and it fucking sucked real bad. But like yesterday and today when I got on my bike, I like immediately regained all the balance that I used to have when I was a kid. I fucking biked like 4 blocks without touching my handlebars, and I was doing seated yoga like this while fucking ripping down the road and like doing all these different poses.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said now you can move on to a fucking unicycle because you got that fucking balance.
Exactly, and it's so fascinating to like notice those changes instantly, right?
Yeah, it does happen really, really fast when you're doing it because you want to do it versus doing something that you feel like you have to do for a means to an end, and then like it's like, okay, I'm gonna push myself to do this for this long until I get the result that I want, and then I don't have to fucking do this shit anymore. And it's like, no, just like if you're just doing it because you want to, or because like you notice that it feels good, then the changes are so fucking fast and so much like larger and everything like that.
And that spills into like the whole law of attraction and manifestation, right? Because like if you like go into a situation with gratitude for the results that you hope to get, that's how you fucking manifest them.
Yeah. If you're like waiting to attract something, that waiting, like even if you sit there and say like I want this or I'm going to get this, that is constantly putting out there that it is something that you don't have.
Right.
And it's like trying to achieve that goal. So what you're supposed to do is like picture your whole life and live your life as if whatever it is you want, you have, and um, then whatever it is that you want will come
to you.
Yeah,
Because
and
that you'll
it's
be the
like
frequency of that reality. So therefore, it will just. That's where the attraction comes into play.
you
And you're
cannot attract
magnetic.
anything that your frequency, you don't match the frequency of.
Right.
So if you're a freaking miserable prick all the time and you want, like, you want something and happiness or whatever, you might be a miserable prick and get a mansion, but you're still gonna fucking hate your life.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna get that fulfillment or anything like that
and so
will allow you to keep that energy of things that you want.
Right, and like that plays right into the whole concept of polarization and magnetism. And same with like matching the frequency of the reality that you want, and like that word frequency, it comes up in every fucking single thing.
Yeah.
Because every fucking single thing is vibrating and is light.
Yeah.
So it's fucking amazing. And last night, or not just last night, but a couple nights ago too, we came to this because when I did those mushrooms, I kept putting all these restrictions on myself, like just limiting myself for no fucking reason at all.
Yeah.
And it made for a fucking, like, a shitty fucking experience, right?
Well, and I told you that. I was like, I
could
feel it. I was like, because I started getting frustrated and I gave him shit. And I'm like, I can feel that you have these walls. And I'm like, and you're not, felt like you were just like accepting that you had the wall. Or like a restriction or something like that, instead of and also you can't try to be like, okay, I have a wall here, I'm gonna work on breaking through it. Don't do that. It's a fucking pain in the ass for yourself. What you got to do is just like kind of like throw your arms back and just let everything be. Don't and then
that's exactly the same thing that we just said about the other thing. You can't try. I hate that fucking word try. And I say that to you and Damien all the time whenever I try to get you guys to do something. Whenever I ask you guys to do something, you guys are like, "Oh, I'm trying," and I'm like, "Don't fucking try, just do it."
Yeah.
And like you're not so, like, you don't care about it too much, but Damien flips the fuck out when I say that.
I know. But that's because I know that, like, you're right, because like years ago, I would, go to school. I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get myself ready, get my son ready, get him to preschool. I would go to the college, and then I would come home, pick Damien up, uh, like take care of him, do like my homework and everything like that, and make sure everything was good. And I'd run off with 3 hours of sleep, and I did that constantly, over and over and over again, for quite a long time. And the only way I was able to do it is I had to stop trying, because like if my alarm goes off and I only got 2 hours of sleep or 3 hours or whatever, as soon as I thought to myself, oh, I gotta get up. Fucking nope, not gonna happen. So as soon as I heard that, I just did, and I just knew what I had to do, and I just did it. And because that as soon as you start to like try to do something, especially when it comes to something that you don't necessarily want to do, you will sit there and spend more energy trying to force yourself to do it, while also telling yourself like how much you don't want to do it, and you won't get it done. You'll be more exhausted than if you actually got up and did the thing in the first place, because the amount of mental energy drains you. And so just like it's kind of just living and being and just
and this is like a talk I just had with Damien earlier tonight about like trying to get him to sleep in his room. And not just that, but even in the mornings when I wake him up for school, like I told him, like, resistance causes suffering. That is the fucking source of suffering. So when you resist change, you're fucking only hurting yourself and making it worse. So yeah, I don't know. Things have been fucking amazing for us, and I'm so happy. And we have like all these great fucking plans, like to even push the plans we've had before forward and to start manifesting all of our goals.
And I can't wait to share it like with our siblings and stuff like
I'm
that.
so excited to share this with them and with my mom and Kenny and everybody, Damien, the world.
Yeah.
I just want to help people, and like I don't expect everybody to believe everything I'm saying to the full extent, like that I was like touching the source or whatever. If you don't believe me, then don't. That's okay. That was my reality, and
yeah,
fucking, it's wild. And I feel like I told Brennan, I'm like, I'm gonna just fucking start walking around and having fucking disciples follow me across the fucking country or something, just performing miracles.
It like we went down that whole freaking the Jesus rabbit hole too the other night about like how people freaking like he was walking around talking about like telling people, why are you guys like getting all like excited about me? You can do this shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. And but
the true Christ consciousness is it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but like, so many people are just they just didn't, so they deified somebody who can do something that we all can do. It's just like people just need to let go of their fucking crap, and you've done that. So
and so like because like everywhere you fucking look about any fucking self-help or personal development or spiritual growth or any of that shit, it always says like seeking happiness outside of yourself, some sort of outcome happiness, or like trying to change people to make you happy.
I can't be happy until this. I can't be happy until that.
That shit never fucking works. Happiness comes from within. Yeah. Joy comes from within. Passion, all these things, those have to happen inside of you. Trying to manipulate and change the world around you is only going to make things harder for yourself. Yeah, because if we think about it, so like we had a bigger house when things were shit. Yeah. And like we were miserable. We have a smaller house. Things are fucking amazing. I know. Because like we're doing good within ourselves and with each other and stuff like that. So I've never been happier in my entire life. No. And I honestly didn't think that this was even possible. I didn't think I'd ever fucking feel like especially this. Not like it's like so sustainable. Like it just keeps going, and I know. It's not like yeah. And I don't think it like I told my mom, once you become aware of things like this, there is no going back. No. You can't fucking unlearn. You can't fucking ungrow or like. But like you can kind of put a blanket over it, kind of thing, like how I did before, and like with my kind of regression. Or that's what I was just about to like talk about. Is we really only have two real choices in life, and that's to fucking like stagnate and fucking resist change, or fucking progress. Yeah. And evolution. Yeah, and a lot of that like progress and evolution is people hear those words and they think there's like such a they need to like grind for it and all this shit, and it's not like you need to just do it within you, and then everything else will fall into place around you. Yeah, because you're have like a frequency of allowing instead of like work. I gotta do this. I'm always doing this, and it's just like that's all external shit. Right. And all the external stuff that it will truly make you like happy or like circumstances or whatever will only come when you are that. Yeah, and so like it's like you can't love somebody until you love yourself, kind of concept. Right, and that kind of thing. Like a few years ago, there when we were in Millet, when I achieved like access to my heart chakra there for a little while, and I was blissed out. And then after that, I kind of told Jordan a few times, like I feel like I don't like want to get back there until like you're there with me, and that had upset her, and she's like, like you deserve to be there and everything. Well, and so, I felt like that you being there would help me. Well, and it certainly did, right? And so like it wasn't like I was trying to resist making it there, but I was like, I just wanted like both of us to start. Like I kept saying, like I want you to hold my hand and let me take you. Like, just trust me. Yeah. And so that's basically what you did, and like so I achieved it like a little bit earlier, and then like. But we're in a spot of Right, but like I mean, like when we got here finally, I still had achieved it a little bit before you got to that point, but then I was like, because I had already been there, right? So it was a little bit more
and I had a
natural.
hard time to like let go of my angers and stuff like that, so I wasn't able to.
But so like what I was like, I kept trying to tell you though, I'm like I'm really honestly not trying to change you. Like you're perfect just the way you are, but I want for you to be happy. I want for you to experience it. Like I'm not gonna like I'm me. Like I'm just so. And once you were able to see it through that perspective, it all fell into place instantly. Yep. Like in a matter of fucking split second. And like she said earlier, like you cannot get rid of your ego in this life. It's not possible because
it's part of this life experience.
Right. And like so just like because we I don't want to say we need our ego to interact with people, but it's not that we do need it. It's just that it's a part of our physical low density identity.
Yeah, I was gonna say our ego, like is the our identity. It is our like it's the personal veil that we check because there's the veil of forgetting. Yeah, which is I feel like that is the ego kind of is that for each individual person where it like it gives you your personal individual identity.
It's the identity of your intellect and like your mind, right? Yeah. But your true identity is pure awareness, pure consciousness. Yeah. And so that's why they talk about mind and heart coherence. Mm-hmm. That's the I am state. Yeah. That's when you have balance between your mind and your heart, and it's fucking so much fun. Yeah. Like oh my god.
Everything makes the freaking what people would think of like the mundane. Mm-hmm. Not so mundane. Like there's the coolest freaking shit that comes from every little thing.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every fucking waking second of the last like 3 weeks. Yeah. Every second. Yeah, and every second I've been asleep. I was like,
oh yeah, my god, my dreams have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, so and this is fucking it's real and like I want to share it with everybody I love for sure, and then anybody else who wants to receive it. If we can shine a different light on these concepts, because some of them are dense, some of them sound too good to be true, some of them sound like they're fucking
bat crap crazy.
Yeah, or like fairy tales and shit like that. But like if like different perspectives is what eventually helped us. Yeah. Like we read up about this stuff from every fucking possible angle. Mm-hmm. And then what started to connect was the fact that each angle is all saying the exact same thing. Yeah, every religion says the same thing. All these spiritual practices, the Vedic practices, and all like Buddhism and fucking
it's just said it in like different
Confucianism different and all this shit. They all say the same thing.
That's why like it's important to like that's why certain people resonate with certain things or certain religions and stuff like that, because the way it's being like delivered resonates with them at that point in time. Mm-hmm. But at the core it's all the same shit.
Yeah, even with stuff like Jungian fucking psychology and stuff. Mm-hmm. And a lot of philosophical fucking lessons and stuff, so it's everywhere. Yeah. And anybody can achieve it, and lots of people do achieve it without even trying these practices. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people out there who are living in their heart chakra without even knowing what the fuck a chakra is. Yeah, yeah. So, it's fucking love. Yeah. That's the whole point of this life is love. Yeah. I think that's everything I wanted to discuss. Like, there's so much more that I want to say.
Yeah, but like, well, we need stuff further. So
right. Well, not just I'm not. I don't want to keep going for too much longer. I know once you start reading that Living the Law of One book, we're gonna have a fuck ton of things to talk about.
Yeah, I started reading it today, but I also had Matt right on the TV. so I was laughing too.
So, but like, we also just stumbled across like I just mentioned, like Jungian psychology. We just found this app that's based off of Carl Jung's stuff. What was it about again?
Mindberg, shadow work.
Yeah, shadow work. Yeah. There you go. And so
and archetypes
and stuff. It was so impressive. It was so eerie.
Yeah, that's just another thing where we're just sitting there, we're both sitting there like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, like just constantly, and like it was really cool.
Yeah, and I've never like with the whole archetype thing, I've always kind of, and astrology and stuff, I've looked at it as like it's too generalized.
Yeah.
To the point where anybody can relate to it.
Yeah.
Like in different ways, and like, but this stuff was so bang on.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't relating to any of your, like, not, I wouldn't say any, but like for most of your, like, when you did your test results, like a lot of that stuff didn't fucking ring with me at all.
Yeah.
And then same with mine. For you, it wasn't the same, but like, holy fuck, it fits so well. And then
and the cool, like the daily compass stuff or whatever, like in some of like our stuff would like kind of not like resonate with the other, but like they would match and work together for like, you know, what say our you know, the like energies for the month and stuff like that, because we would go back and look at like some of the previous stuff or like from earlier in the year, and like what I was going through and what he was going through and how he would help me go through something, and I would and it like it just flowed together in weird ways, and it was really
and even like more than that, like, so that blood moon was the night that everything changed for the both of us. And like just before we started recording, I had looked up what the meaning of the Pisces blood moon is, and it was fucking exactly what we were fucking going through. Like connection and integration and like all this fucking shit that was so perfect. And so now we're like, I think we're gonna start worshiping the fucking moon a little bit more than we already do.
Again, this is why we need an acreage, so that we can run around naked all the time, and now so that we can also do weird moon rituals in the backyard. Yeah.
And so anybody who also likes to do that kind of stuff, we have another, or actually, so we got 3 fucking super moons coming up next. For each full moon that's coming up for the next 3 months is going to be a super moon. And then
high energy.
Yeah, March of next year, that full moon is going to be the next blood moon, which is trippy to have one 6 months apart like that.
Yeah, March 3rd.
Yeah. Well, that's the night of March 2nd.
Yeah, I hate it when it does that, because it makes me like screw up, and then I end up missing shit sometimes because I forget. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I think like because we've been we haven't posted anything in a couple of weeks, we're gonna probably pump a few out relatively quick. Yeah. We're gonna finish off our episode on addiction, and it's like we're gonna dive into like some of both of our experiences with it and how we recovered from it, and also how family members and loved ones of addicts who are suffering can manage, helping their loved ones. So
things to expect. Stuff like that.
That
you won't necessarily find on Google.
No, and then we'll keep diving into this stuff and share more about the law of one with you guys. I really want to like go deeper into that with everybody. I think that because that's just where I'm at right now, and like I told you, I'm gonna go into the A Course in Miracles after I finish that, and that's kind of Christian based stuff, but I'm gonna do my best to secularize it for you guys. I'm not Christian, but I definitely love like stuff that Christ said. Oh, did you actually? There was I can't remember who it was, but somebody famous took the Bible and fucking rewrote it, but like didn't rewrite it, just took out all of the quotes that Christ spoke and made a Bible of just that. Yeah, was it like we were watching? Wasn't it on that movie that said that we were watching? Oh, was it Unlocking Your Soul movie? Or it might have been on there. I think
But
Carla also wrote about it or something.
no, like it's something that um, like I feel like I
Oh
was
yeah, okay.
watching it.
I think you're right. Then
Yeah,
it was on that. Yeah, that's another cool thing.
looking at that, that's
It's
awesome. I love
yeah,
that idea.
Tubi TV is a fucking free streaming service. If you haven't heard of it,
Yeah.
fucking download it and just watch this movie.
It's called Unlocking the Soul or Unlocking Your Soul. Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was impressive when we heard that shit. It fucking tripped us out.
It's about like 2.5 hours long, and it's like the beginning for me was kind of like weird when the narrator, like when you could see him standing there, and it was like he just sounded like strange, and I almost didn't keep watching it because it felt like, is this movie gonna be like this? Because it felt like maybe he was just AI generated very
Well,
poorly
yeah,
or
but
something.
no,
But I
he
think
did
it
that
was
on
like
purpose.
like green screen or
He
whatever.
did that on purpose because he's like, you're probably wondering why I'm an avatar, and then
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
I
it
was
was,
gonna ask you
yeah,
the same thing. So
yeah.
like, I don't know. I thought it
But
was
like,
funny.
but yeah, it's only like that at the very beginning. It's
Yeah.
not like a poor quality thing, and it's incredible, and it draws in information
It's a
from.
TV.
Oh, it's hard.
Um,
It draws information from like so many different sources.
yeah. Well, 5 main sources: Dolores Cannon,
Yeah.
Michael Newton.
Yeah. Edgar Casey.
Yeah.
Paul Selig.
And Jane Roberts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all great sources.
Yeah.
It's a really good it's a really good movie.
Yeah, definitely check it out. We
Watched
just had
it a
it
few
like
times.
yeah, I had it just like playing and stuff like that, and I was trying to get Shay to watch it. And he's like, okay, yeah, I will. And he does that shit to me all the time. It's
I'm
like,
sorry.
you know, but you know, um, and then you're like, because you hear some of the stuff in the background, and then you're like, oh fuck yeah, let's watch this. And then he finally got into it, and it was just like, you know, like one or two like little quotes that he heard, and then he's like, holy shit, I need to watch this. And then yeah, so I think everybody should give it a shot.
You try to like get me to check things out, and like I'm sometimes reluctant because like the music you've been listening to lately makes me want to fucking gouge my eardrums out. And then like some of the shows that you watch, sometimes like usually we have pretty similar tastes, but
yes, but like I said, I know the music's been but it's not about, it's just about the lyrics. So if you take those freaking lyrics, you rap fucking awesome. Pick freaking.
I know, but like like I don't know why you have to listen to fucking noise. You're not telling me that fucking Cardi B has profound lyrics.
No, okay, no, I'm not. That was my sister's fucking fault. And I get nostalgic because she reminded me of Lil Kim, who I used to listen to when I was little.
Lil Kim's even fucking worse.
Okay, but
Fuck, I thought you were cool, baby.
I used to listen to Lil Kim when I was like 8, so I got like nostalgic and stuff, and then Steph put it on or whatever. But now I've kind of I've moved past it, and
Can you just go back to how things used to be when we first got together? Fucking Juggalo and technician shit only.
Right. I just like what I'm into right now is like the freaking like the
No, I know what you're into, but
the freaking dark sex stuff.
Yeah, but like you also listen to the wackest fucking 90s rap, and then like honestly,
from when I was a kid
in my neighborhood growing up, if you would have played fucking Eminem or some fucking Jay-Z or some gay shit like that,
I've never listened to Jay-Z.
You would catch a fucking hatchet in your forehead.
Okay, baby. I freaking lived in White Court and stuff like that too. But when I was growing up, first off, I grew up on a damn res. So I grew up on like fucking like Tupac and the early Eminem, the newer Eminem stuff. No, not for me. But the old shit, like Kim and stuff.
You found true talent.
Yeah, and then I didn't listen to that other stuff again, except for when I like get like my little bouts of nostalgia.
Yeah, cut it out. Let the past go.
Sweet. Okay. Because I was looking for new music and shit like that. King ISO just came out with a new album, so cool. That's gonna be my fucking deep dive bits.
Yeah, like so for me to check out new content, is it takes a certain mood. I
which
usually
rarely comes.
yeah, no, exactly. And just because like
Even
lately,
like tech songs.
yeah,
And
but
stuff
that's
like that.
because lately he's an old ass man and he's fucking making weird shit.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of got the same thing with So like with Twisted, and I fucking love Twisted, but like there's a lot of their new stuff is like really hard like metal shit
Yeah.
that I just like I can't even.
Yeah, no, like
But it's
so
not all like that, so I guess I kind of have to sift through the stuff that I don't like to find
with the
interesting.
music that I like grew up on and that I really truly love, like not just grew up on, but like so like the 10 years that we were together, like
Mm-hmm.
so like all the Tech Nine, all of like
ICP.
most of the strange music stuff and all the Juggalo stuff and Twisted and Axe Murder Boys and those I'll be able to listen to till the day I die. I'll
Mm-hmm.
never get sick of it.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then
what I.
so the only other types of music that I would honestly like to like integrate into my daily life is like classical music. I'm getting into a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to it all the time, like while I was reading that and stuff like the Doors and like the truly profound fucking
Right. Sometimes I like, especially lately, I've been feeling like it because like so last night when we were watching freaking that Hell of a Boss or show or whatever,
mhm,
and it was before you started feeling better, and you had said that you felt like you had to like you were having a hard time lowering your frequency enough to enjoy it,
mhm.
and then with the stuff that I've been into lately, like with the that freaking the first scene of that
Yeah.
the American Horror Story and stuff like that, and how I'm in. So I'm doing really, really good spiritually, but I still have this like primal enjoyment of the dark freaking demonic
Well, I
like
love
sex
I love
shit,
that shit too. Like I'm not,
and like that's why so
but
the music
that
and stuff
music you
like
were
that.
listening to when I walked through the door tonight was nothing like that. Even
Mm,
the lyrics, it sounded like a thirsty, fucking, desperate little bitch fucking whining.
no, it did not. Don't listen to the voice, the words, just not the voice, just the
I
words.
can't, I can't go over the shitty fucking instrumentals and the
Yeah, it got
fucking,
real bad at the
the
end.
whiny bitch fucking, like, desperation fucking, like, I can't listen to that. The
Okay,
words,
I don't get desperation out of it because if that's what I heard, that I don't care what they would say, that
you'll
would
hear it
immediately
now,
make me gay. Yeah, thanks for that.
but like the words like were like whatever like yeah it sounded like
It would be
something
fine
that
to
sounded
listen
like
to during
something that I
sex.
would say. No, it wouldn't. It would make my dick soft. But like so the words, like those are words that I, yeah, sure, I would probably say, but I wouldn't say it like that. And I would fucking like, I don't know. So like don't get me wrong, I love my primal shit just as much as you do, right?
I feel
I'm
like I've been scaring you a bit lately.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no.
no, good.
Like I'm fucking, like I told you last night, I want to fucking that scene from American Horror Story Apocalypse where Michael fucking like slices his arms and fucking like
It's like
bleeds to Satan and then fucking just like, oh, that was like, I love
Ave
that shit. I've always loved
Satanas,
that stuff, and
and his eyes go black.
people
Oh,
always roll their fucking eyes and think that like they always like they used to call us devil worshippers
oh
and
my god, my
stuff.
stepmom freaking used to like. She thought I was a Satanist, and she told people that before. I was like,
And
"What the fuck? No, I'm
I've
not."
I've flown that flag quite a few times, and I have like a fucking a pentagram, a satanic fucking pentagram on my finger. But that doesn't make me a fucking. I'm not evil. I have one tattooed on me too. But so if
There is no
anybody out
evil.
there has ever had an open mind and taken the time to read the Satanic Bible that Anton LaVey wrote, it's it's just about like
Expressing your primal nature.
yeah, and
Yeah.
enjoying pleasure, and there's literally nothing wrong with that. And like with all this shit that I've come to learn over the last little while, like that's a part of our existence, and there's like just holding back from enjoying that is only gonna fucking create blockages and like
Yeah, and so like being able to, especially like the last couple times, being able to kind of express because that's always been like stuff like that has always been a part of my like sexual thing that I highly enjoy, and being able to freaking go through that lately has been making me not friggin' like sexually frustrated or anything like
Yeah,
just to get fucking insane with it.
I know, and like when we
Like
first
that.
got together, things were a lot of fun, right? And it was like people fucking didn't even want to be around us because of it. But like so now, I think we've surpassed that because, and this is like take this as advice to anybody out there who's in a relationship where you actually like love each other and trust each other. Fucking talk about what it is you like.
Yeah.
And just meet each other in the middle because it's fucking fun.
It's so much fun.
And so that's another thing too. Like I know this for like my family members or whatever. This may not sound like a very good idea, but we're gonna run with it anyways because I think it is. And it's besides the fucking point. It's not about impressing people. It's about like expressing ourselves. And like I'm going to create our own like website and platform for sharing all of our information, and it's gonna come in all shapes and sizes and including like that kind of stuff. So
yes,
and like
because we do have a lot of videos of
yeah, and like not just that, but like just even talking more freely about it and diving deep into like.
And we have like amazing freaking talks like right after too.
Yeah.
And
So, but like the connection that you and I have, I've never seen in anybody ever.
No, me neither.
And that's not to say that it doesn't exist. It's just it's not as common as it should be, and I think people should take some fucking advice.
Yeah. We got it figured.
Yeah, and so like the Satanic Bible was actually when I first read that, it blew my mind. And
I think honestly, I think you read that right before you read the Law of One and stuff like
no,
that.
No, I read it in White Court.
Was that in White Court when we had the?
Yeah, we were
book?
still living in Keystone when we got to.
My concept of time.
Yeah, but and everybody started like fucking rolling their eyes at us and like, oh, you're like, it's not evil. It has nothing to do. Like, first of all, there is no fucking such thing as evil.
Nope.
There's no such thing as sin. All you Christians out there, that's not a fucking thing. That's just some control mechanism that your patriarchy fucking placed on you guys.
Yeah, no, it's all of it is just experience and learning. That's it.
Yeah, so follow your heart. And if your heart tells you to fuck in a puddle of blood, then fuck in a puddle of blood.
That's what fun wants to do.
Yeah. So
we're not gonna kill anybody or anything.
Let me pause it.
It's just going on.
No, we're just fucking with you guys. But yeah, so is there anything else you want to go over quickly tonight? I know there's lots of stuff that I'm missing, but we're just gonna keep recording all fucking week probably. Hey?
Yeah, and we're like almost 2 hours in. So.
Okay, but yeah, so like what I want to do, we'll keep posting videos to YouTube, but like I just said, I'm gonna create my own platform because it's really hard for us to find somewhere. Like we're gonna do podcasts, like just audio podcasts.
Also, Facebook, Meta being huge haters right now.
Yeah, we'll discuss that after I figure more of that out. But
yeah,
so we will get like podcasts up on podcast platforms, but we're gonna have our own platform where we post our own podcast, where we do these videos, live stream, where we're gonna post like blogs after every fucking mushroom trip or vlogs or whatever, and we'll have like a fucking shit ton of resources readily available to everybody. Yeah. So sorry we guys left you hanging. Sorry you guys for leaving you hanging for so long. And yeah, much love. Everybody have a good night.